You guys can take it for what it's worth. But this is the way I'm doing things now. Alright, hold on a second. Phone call.
Oh shit. My bad, guys. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry, guys. So I've been talking this whole time, and I had my microphone off because I had a phone call earlier, and I forgot to turn the mic back on. All right, so sorry, guys. So anyways, I don't know if you saw that, but I jumped M1 and jumped L1. That sucks. Oh well. Anyways, I got I got a bunch more touch ICs sitting here, so maybe the next one will have full sound. Okay, so let's get my Mason out. Alright, I'm not looking at the chat log when I'm doing this because I'm working here, so if you guys say something, write something, I probably won't even see it. Anyways, okay, so I got my new Mason out. This is brand new pre-balled Mason. I got my two jumpers right here, already jumped. And now, so what you want to do, right, with these chips, and to kind of reduce having to redo it, is you really just want to hold it in place, okay, and wait for it to kind of because right there is leaded solder, okay, so that's going to melt pretty quickly. And what I like to do is just kind of make sure, just put the chip in place, right, hold it in place, heat it, wait for the leaded solder to melt just a little bit, and then, so that's not ready yet. So, okay, so that's okay. So that's pretty much tacked. So that's gonna prevent it from like sliding on you. When the lead-free solder actually melts from the pre-balled chip. Okay, so this is pretty much tacked down now. Okay, I can try to move it with my tweezers. It's not gonna move. Okay, so I'm gonna put a lot of flux on it now, and just flood it with flux. It's pretty much held in place now. Okay, so the only thing I really need to do is just heat it now. Okay, and as soon as the lead-free solder melts, then it will automatically seat itself. Okay, so you want to take your time here. You don't want to overheat it because then you'll have secondary problems. So just kind of back off on the heat just a little bit, and just let it go. Okay, it's probably gonna take about a minute or so, and this will reduce secondary problems. So when it seats itself, you'll see it kind of like be like a vacuum. It'll be like, there it goes. That's part of it. Okay, so you can, if you really want to test it, you can kind of just nudge it. I like to nudge this corner right here, so that you can see it. It's liquid, now. Okay, so that's pretty much solid. Push this side a little bit. Okay, that's solid, and that's it. Really, don't let it sit for a little bit. I mean, alright, so that's good. I'm gonna heat this Stockholm a little bit because it looked like it moved a little bit. So. Okay. So after you've done this, okay, you gotta use your multimeter to test to make sure that M1 is not short at the ground. Okay, so what I like to do is just put your multimeter in diode or continuity mode, and then this is gonna be ground. This middle pad right here, so that should beep, and then this far side winner should not beep. Okay, if it doesn't beep, then M1 is not short at the ground. Because what happens sometimes is if you once you jump this, then it kind of binds with the grounded pad. All right, and that's really about it. I mean, if you really want, you can test this other jumper here too, but I can see that it's not bridged, But what you can do is just kind of put it there to here, and that'll tell you if the second and third pads are shorted or not, and they're not shorted. Okay, so get a little IPA, let it cool down just a little bit, get some IPA, and kind of clean this up. And I kind of like to, I use my little my little mini duster here and blow it. So that kind of cools it down a little bit, and let me see if I can switch it over to my other thing now. Alright, I'm going to see if I can switch to my other camera here and see if you guys can see. Alright, so this is my webcam, and you can kind of see where I'm at. Let me see. Alright. Sorry for the lack of sound, guys. Initially, at least. So. Alright. Alright, let me take a look to see if there are any questions or nope. Alright. Alright, so we are in business, and touch is in business. See that? So that is in business. So that's it, really. I mean, that's your touch IC repair. Okay, now, how do you prevent warranty repairs? How do you prevent this sucker from coming back? Right. So there's two jumpers. I mean, I'd probably say maybe it's definitely probably less than 1%. No, I'm sorry, less than 5% probably chance. I don't think there's enough data right now, but I would say probably less than 5% chance if I run those two jumpers and it come back for warranty repair. Now, to reduce the warranty even further, right? You can put this metal shield on it, and this metal shield right here. I bought it from Amazon. It's anyways, I have a link for it somewhere. But so you put the metal shield on the back of it, and honestly, I think your return rate would probably be less than 1% after if you do both of those. Okay, and yeah, I mean it takes what, like 5-10 minutes to put on the metal shield, so I don't see a huge downside to it. There's an NFC chip on the back of it, which I haven't heard anybody complain about it yet. So I imagine that the metal shield doesn't actually affect the NFC on the back of the device. Yeah, and NFC is for Apple Pay. So there you have it. Really, I mean, hopefully there's no secondary problems, and you can kind of scroll up here, right? You can see Wi-Fi is enabled. So sometimes it gets grayed out, and you wait an hour or two, and it comes right back. Okay, but with the Kapton and the heat sink, that kind of reduces the secondary problems, and I don't have the front camera hooked up or anything right now, but you definitely want to test. So what I normally do is after I finish, I test the proximity sensor, both cameras, record a video for both cameras, and make sure the audio is good. So I'll test the mics as well. And then proximity sensor, just make a voice note and play it back and put your finger over the top of the screen. I also check maps because if the bottom antenna flex is disconnected, then the maps will not find your location. Okay, so you definitely want to check that. Fingerprint sensor buttons. Well, I don't have the volume button hooked up right now, but and then of course all the buttons and stuff like that, vibration motor and stuff like that. So that's really it. We're good to go with this phone for the most part. I'm gonna put the metal shield on. I'm kind of reluctant on doing that. I mean, like, not reluctant, but I'm pretty close to just not doing it because I just don't think it's needed, and I don't know how effective it really is. But that seems to be the standard now. But I think running the jumpers is probably sufficient. All right, I got a bunch more Touch IC repairs here. I'll probably just do it off camera because you've seen a million of these already. But I just wanted to give you guys an updated look at. Okay, so alright, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna sign off now. For now, at least. I may come back and do another one. I'm not sure yet.